A very good morning, dear children. I welcome you all to today's session. Now that we have covered almost all kinds of tenses, today we are going to talk about simple future tense. Now, it is actually very simple. When you want to talk about your future, that means when you want to talk about your plans or when you talk about an action that will be done sometime in the future, then we are going to use this tense. So now let us understand the how of it, means how to use this tense and when to use this tense. As shared with you, we use simple future tense when we wish to tell or we wish to talk about an action that will be done sometime in the future. Like, I will attend a wedding next week. Like, if I have a planning to go to Delhi next week, I'll say I will go to Delhi next Sunday. So, when I want to share the proposed plans, okay, or also when I want to share something that is going to happen in future, right? I'm sure of it. Like, my brother will come tomorrow. Okay, so anything which is related to future will be expressed using simple future tense. All right, now let us see the how of it. What is the rule? What are the helping verbs? Which form of the verb we need to use when we form sentences using simple future tense? Now, in today's session, we are going to talk about affirmative sentences. Okay? Negative and interrogative we will discuss in the next class. Now, what do we mean by affirmative? Means positive statements. Okay? Now, let us see the rule of it. So, dear children, when we use simple future tense, just like we use any other tense, the rule is same. The formation of sentence is always same. It is your subject that comes first, then comes your helping verb, okay, and then comes main verb, and finally your object. Now we need to know what are the helping verbs here, which form of the verb we will use when we will use simple future tense. So let us see. Whenever we want to use simple future tense, we will write our subject and then helping verb is will or shall. And then the verb form is V1. Okay. Here I would like to add that sometimes we use the going to form. Now what do we mean by this going to? Let us see some sentences. Before we come to this going to version, I wish to clarify one thing to you. Dear children, when we use simple future tense, most of the time we use will with all kind of pronouns, right? In some books you may find that with I or we or they, we use shall. But now we can use will with even I, we or they. Okay. Now let us talk about what is the usage of this will. Dear children, we use will when we talk about the actions that we decide to do the moment we speak. Like if I am speaking about myself, let's say I am feeling nervous. I will practice more. So this is some situation, right? And I am sharing about the future course of action. Okay? Similarly, if I say today is Deepavali, my friends will come to my house. All right? In such things. Now let us see where do we use going to form. Dear children, we use going to for making positive statements. First of all, you should know this, that we will use going to form when we want to talk about positive statements. Okay. Now, going to the rule This is my will or shall is my helping verb. Is that clear? With going to form, the rule becomes subject plus some helping verb will come depending upon the subject, and then going to, and then verb first form, right? Now what do we mean by this? Let us see. If I have he, let's say he, then with he, the helping verb becomes is. Okay, with she, with it, the helping verb is. So he is going to. Alright. But if I have subjects like I, then it will become I am going to. Alright. Similarly, if I have subjects like you or we or they, then I'll be using you are going to. Alright. Or they are going to. We are going to. Now the point comes that why do we use this going to form? What is the requirement? Dear children, going to can be used for making any kind of positive, negative or questioning statements. Today we are discussing only positive statements. Now going to is used in such situation when we know exactly what will happen depending upon our information what we have. Now what do we mean by this? Let us see some examples. Now let us consider a situation. Let us see there is a boy, okay, and the boy is feeling sick, right? Let us see my brother is feeling sick. Now what will I say? My brother is feeling sick. He is going to a doctor, right? So this is something which is immediate future, okay, like the sky is overcast. It is going to rain. So this is something which is immediate future. Going to means about to happen. You should understand this thing. This is not a present continuous tense. Why? Because this is an immediate future which we are talking about. Okay. Alright. Going to means something which is about to happen. Alright. Like the child is rolling the bed. He is going to fall. So depending upon the information what we have, we use going to as a usage in simple future tense. Like she is going to write a letter to her father as she is missing him. Okay. Similarly, are you going to a doctor? Right. Similarly, it can be I am going to spend my holidays in the village. Now you're talking about the holidays. The holidays are not yet here, but you're sure of that action. So when you are sure of that action, but it is going to happen in the future, then we are using is going to. Okay. Like if I have certain fixed plans. So I can say I am going to attend my cousin's wedding on this Friday. Now this Friday is about to happen. It is not right now happening. Okay. That's why it goes to going to is used when we want to talk about the situations that are happening in the immediate future. Now let us come to the usage of will. Now if I say I will go to Delhi tomorrow, that will also be correct. This is just a way of expressing your future tense. So future tense can be used when you want to talk about your future action and the process, the tense takes place with the helping verb will, or we use helping verb is MR with going to form. Okay. Now the situations, it is very simple. If it can be will also, it can be going to also in all the examples. Like I am feeling bad. I am going to meet my mother. Okay. Or I have a headache. I will consult a doctor. Okay. So these kind of examples when we are sharing about your future events, then we use going to or will. Alright. Now there is a very slight difference in the usage of going to or will. What is that? Dear children, going to is used when we want to talk about an action that we have decided. Right? Going to means it is a decided action in the future. All right. Like I am going to Shimla in the coming holidays. So when I have a decided action, when I know it is going to happen, when I'm sure of it, then I'm using going to form. Alright? And will, when something is going to happen in future, then for such kind of events, whether we are sure, whether we are not sure, but this is my future plan, then in that case, I use the helping verb will. Still, I will say that there is no hard and fast rule. It is just that when you want to share your future planning, when you want to share about the things that are going to happen in future, you can use will also, you can use going to form also. Okay. Now to make it more clear, let us see certain exercises from your grammar book that will help us to understand the usage of this. You just need to remember the rule is using subject plus helping verb will plus first form of the verb plus your object. Let me share some examples with you. For example, I will eat the food. You will come with me. These are simple examples. I am using the first form of the verb. Okay. He will visit the garden. She will prepare her speech. Okay. Similarly, they will invite us. Alright. Now in same examples, I can use going to form also. In what way? Let us see the changes. For example, you're writing, so it can be you are going to the doctor. Okay. Similarly, he is going to the doctor. She is going to the doctor. They are going to the doctor. We are going to the doctor. The usage is same. Only the helping verb is changing. Okay. You have to be careful that according to the subject, what helping verb should come when we use going to in the sentence. Alright. Now let us see the exercises of your grammar book. So open page number 62 and just see question number A. So we have a question as fill in the blanks with will or going to complete these sentences. Right. Now here you should be careful that you can use will also, you can use going to also. Now let us see some examples. So let us see our number 1 sentence. Next month, he dash turned 12 years old. Now see, here you can understand that this is something which is surely going to happen. Alright. Like next month, he dash turned 12 years old. This is some event which will definitely happen. So we can even use he will turn 12 years old. Or we can even say he is going to turn 12 years old. Alright. Both the options are correct. You just need to know that if you are using going to form, you should use the correct helping verb. Okay. Now let us see number 2. When are you dash Darjeeling? Now here you should just see that are is already given to us as a helping verb. So we cannot use will because there cannot be two helping verbs, right? So what it will be? When are you going to Darjeeling? Okay, this is grammatical thing which you should know that we are already given the helping verb here. So we cannot use will. Okay, so it will be when are you going to Darjeeling? Number 3, I dash take you with me next month. Now again, it can be I will take you with me next month. Okay, or it can be I am going to take you with me next month. If I am very sure of it, if I have decided, it is just to know that how can you speak in future tense, right? The usage of any tense means that you should know how can we use in our daily language. So if I am sure of my thing, if I have decided, Then I can say, I am going to take you with me next month. Okay, with I, helping verb will be am. Or you can even say, I will take you with me next month. Both are correct. Now next, are you dash see the doctor? Now again, here we already have a helping verb are. So we cannot use will. So what it will be? Yes. Are you going to see the doctor? Right? The verb form is already given. Number 6, Rajan dash win this game. So it can be simply Rajan will win this game. Okay. Nowadays we do not use shall with anything. It's obsolete now. Okay. In simple future tense, simply will goes with everything. Alright. I will, you will, he will, she will. Right. They will, we will. Like that. So I think the question A is very simpler for you. Let us have a look at question B. Fill in the blanks with will or will not to complete these sentences. Now here you are already given that helping verb should be will or will not. That means you have to see the logic of the sentence. Alright? So number 1 is we dash return as soon as possible. Now this is something a hopeful statement that as soon as possible. So what it should be? We will return as soon as possible or we will not return as soon as possible. Yes, the logic says it should be we will. It is a kind of sentence that gives hope. Okay, so it should be we will return as soon as possible. Now number 2, I don't like capsicum. I dash eat it. Now capsicum, eat it means eat capsicum. So now see the logic. When I don't like capsicum, will eat it or will not? Yes, it's very simple. The logic says I will not eat it. Okay. Number 3, I dash gift you a book if you do well in your examinations. So what it should be? Very good. This exercise is really simple for you, dear children. So I will gift you a book if you do well in your examinations. My parents dash agree to let me to stay at your house. Now this can be anything. My parents will not agree to let me to stay at your house. Or it can be my parents will agree to let me to stay at your house. Okay. Now number 5. Amrita is going on a vacation. She will have a lot of fun or will not have a lot of fun? Yes, it will be. She will have a lot of fun. Okay. And the last is no. Now when no is there, that means the sentence has to be negative. No, I will not tell a lie. Okay. So dear children, you should simply see that using will or will not completes your usage of sentences in simple future tense. So practice speaking more sentences like I will drink water, my friends will come to visit me, we are going to the park in the evening, my parents are going to Delhi next week, my friends will come and share the toys with me, my teachers are going to attend a seminar next week, right? So you can use will as well as going to form to speak about your sentences in future tense. Now in the next session, we are going to learn how to make questions and negative sentences using this tense. So till we meet again, take care and complete these exercises.